For a great wrist warm-up, you're going to come onto hands and knees, palms are flat on the floor with the fingers spread. From here, you can just do some circles. So elbows are locked as straight as possible. And as you move in these circles, you're slowly pushing force down into the wrists. There's a lot of little bones there, the metacarpals. We're basically trying to get that force on different angles to help the joints stay mobile. You can turn the hands out to the side, left and right, do some gentle sways. And even with your shoulders, bringing them forward of the thumbs, keep moving side to side. So you're just, again, changing just the different positions of force that are pushing down. You can slowly sort of snake your way back and even go forward again and then slowly come back. You can obviously do this in many different ways. The three main ones I do are fingers forward, out to the side, and then if you can, the wrists, it's facing forward as much as possible, fingers pointing back to the knees. And usually from here, you can tuck your toes. I like to sit back my hips to heels. Some people can't do this. So go wherever it feels right for your wrists, maybe a little bit of gentle pulsing. Some people like to be stationary. If it feels appropriate, even a gentle sway side to side. And again, that force is pushing down through the wrist, but now we're also stretching quite deeply through the flexor group of muscles. If you come still, I then like to gently squeeze and push my thumbs and fingers into the floor. I push them down and I hold for a couple of seconds. I soften, and I felt that activate quite deeply through here. And then on that release, maybe the body will shift a little bit further back. Not always, but sometimes there's a little bit more space that's created. If you want to do one more little resistance, push the thumbs and fingers down like you're trying to grip the floor. Hold it for a few seconds, let it soften, and then ease forward, spin the fingers forward, body weight. Sit back, give that a shake. You'll feel that quite deeply through the wrists. Circle the wrists. And the final one I like to do, again, you can do this in many different positions. The backs of the palms or backs of the hands are down, elbows bent, but maybe you can straighten them. And then just creating fists, pulling them in. Thumbs and fingers, pushing them down. Pull them in, push them down. Wave them independently, individually. Then try to touch your thumb across to each finger. That's it. Flip them flat, lean forward, and then point them outwards. So fingers to left and right. Again, you might need to take them wide. Sometimes you can bring them in. So mine are happy around here. Some people can bring them totally to touch the backs of the wrists. Same thing, I like to tease it out a little bit, gently side to side. Squeezing, creating fists, push them down, wave your fingers. Each position is going to be different for everybody. So in this side, one of my hands is feeling a little bit, uncomfortable but not painful. So I'm just making sure that that wrist feels okay as I move, that I don't injure. Those little signals will come in to tell you that something's not quite right. So always listen to that, never force. Give that a shake. Final one, the one I love doing. Upside down, fingers to knees, elbows can be bent. Most of the weight's on the knees. Lift the chest, so you're trying to get that basically elbows straightening as much as possible. Create the fists again, pulling your thumbs and fingers in, push them back into the floor to engage, pull them in, push them down, wave, touch your thumb to each finger, and then palms are flat. Lean forward, counter stretch. If you feel like you need to do another position as well, come out of this, give the hands a shake. They've deeply been stretched now, and a bit of activation in those positions will help build a little bit more strength and awareness through all the tissues. Final one I like to do is lift the arms up, so you're getting a nice stretch through the shoulders and even a gentle side bend just to get into the side body. Just leaning each side, maybe holding a wrist, and that just allows the blood just to move away from the wrists and the hands just for a moment. Well done. You can either leave it at that today or move on to another part of the body.